Hello! So, today we're gonna do something crazy. I think this is my first ever album review video. Oh, it's Tuesday, by the way, if you didn't know. Tuesday afternoon, so good afternoon. Today, also, wait, I like totally skipped over introductions. I cut my hair. Yay! I mean, you all already know that, but yeah. I like it. I think it turned out good. And I did it by myself. And I've never done that before. So that was cool. But anyway, Olivia's new album is out. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. And I was really looking forward to this album, to be honest with you, because Drop Dead, the lead single, was just so phenomenal. And I've always loved Olivia, and so that single just like really pushed me over the edge. Plus the whole pink and blue color scheme, it's giving Lover. And then it came out on my birthday, guys. So of course I had to be excited. So anyway, yesterday when I was at work, and there's some work that I do that I listen to music while I do it, and so I put on the album and I wrote down thoughts for every song. Like when a song would come on, I would just scribble down some thoughts while I was working. And so anyway, let's get to it. I just went in order of the track list. So here we go, on legal paper. On legal paper, of course, because why not? So first we have Drop Dead. It's just the best song ever. Pisces and a Gemini, released on my birthday? Come on. Also, it's just the best song ever. I don't know, just listen to it. It's just the best song ever. Anyway, okay, moving on, because I feel like I love that. I love Drop Dead more than any stupid song could ever say. Which brings me to stupid song. I like this song. I feel like it kind of should have started off as a pop song. Like, it starts off slower, I think piano. I could be wrong, I'm not listening to it right now. But it starts off sounding more like a ballad, and then it slowly picks up. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense in terms of, like, the way the story is progressing or whatever. But I kind of think it would have made more sense to be the opposite, since Drop Dead is so upbeat. And then to kind of slow down at the end towards Honeybee. I don't know. I just think it would be cool that way. But I really like this song. I wrote that it has a crazy sing-along chorus, kind of akin to like Out of the Woods. Just like would be really fun to scream along while you're driving in a car. The drums are also so fun, and the song feels like kind of like sparklers going off, and like watching it get closer and closer to your fingertips, and fireworks going off. And which I mean makes sense. You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame, etc., etc. Like, it makes sense. But just the way it sounds really feels like that too. It also kind of feels like the song was put in a salt shaker, and so it's weird because it has that like really excited, vibrant energy, but at the same time it does sound like it's being shaken kind of anxiously, which I feel like is a good representation of the album. But since it's so early on, I do wish it was a little more poppy and just like kind of stayed that excited sparkler feeling rather than the salt shaker feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. Just sometimes when I listen to it, I feel like I'm being shaken in a salt shaker. Like, whenever I was like, the Riddler needs to be put in Jello, that's kind of how it feels, except not as comfortable as Jello would be. Maybe the Riddler would like Stupid Song. I don't know. Nicole, I know you're probably not watching this, but your thoughts? Anyway, next up we have Honeybee. This song is so gorgeous. This song is so gorgeous. I love how it sounds kind of like a choir. Just gorgeous. It also, color-wise, it reminds me of like Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels like a Barbie song when it's like It just is how Honeybee feels to me color-wise. It's just such a specific shade of pink and purple that it reminds me of Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. I wrote that it's a sadder New Year's Day, which lyrically makes sense. I hope I never see what your face looks like going, face I could spend my whole life knowing, just like, I hope you never become a stranger whose laugh I could recognize anywhere, like New Year's Day. And also the quiet mentions, so bluesy, like come on, come on. Plus, I think it's a harp or something equally beautiful in the background. I don't know what it is. I don't know music like that, but it sounds gorgeous. And then, this part I actually didn't notice until my last listen, but it's one of those songs that I think it's gonna end and then it doesn't. There's this genre of songs, and I don't remember exactly what it is, if it's a post-chorus or something, but there's a certain genre of songs and the structure of them that, like, they have, like, you know, whatever structure they have going on, and then it has some sort of, it feels like it's gonna end, but then it just keeps going. And, like, for example, Ivy feels that way to me, Mama by My Chemical Romance feels that way to me, and this song also feels that way to me, like the very final kind of harmonizing. It just feels like such an extra tidbit, and every time I get to it, I'm surprised, and it just is so beautiful. Plus Conan's vocals, and he literally sounds angelic. This whole song is just gorgeous. And I've decided to ignore the honesty lyric until I can find a way to reframe it as, why can I not talk right now? Until I can find a way to reframe it as happy, because this is such a gorgeous song. I just can't. Okay. Next we have Maggots for Brains. And the first thing I wrote was beeps and bops. It really starts off rough. For me, it's like bad beeps and bops, okay? But then once you get into it, definitely the sound of it has a really good Cure vibe. What are we doing? Is that a plane? Why is it so loud? Anyway, Maggots for Brains. This song sounds really fun. The beeps and bops I did not like though. The Cure vibe I do like. I do not like that moldy line. I don't know, even on my lowest day I would never say that everything is moldy. It's just such a visceral imagery. You guys have never been to a Florida hurricane. It just, no, I just don't like it. I like the train off of the track line. And then the colors are all flat, and I actually really liked this lyrically because it kind of reminds me of the way colors and imagery is talked about in Dodie's album, Build a Problem. Not really the same context and similar wording, but they just feel very similar to me, and I thought, and obviously all the descriptions on that Dodie album are just so beautiful, and so I really liked that line. I really like how she sings in some parts of that song. Some of it is just so, like, it's just so visceral and, like, very, I don't know, it's a cool song. And I also like, I think one of the last times she sings and the colors are all flat, the note that she hits, it kind of sounds like, it just doesn't sound quite right. It's like, she's kind of flat on that one, I don't know. So, I like that song. You plus me equals. This song was really cute. It's just so sunlit sounding and also bluesy because of phone call lines. So yeah, it's really cute. I love this song a lot. I just don't really have a lot to say about it because it's so cutie pie. It's really cute. My Way, literally all I wrote was question mark, weird, wee woo, like it's kind of giving ambulance siren, which maybe is the point. But, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird song, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what she's going on about. Like, it's not going her way. I get it, and it is gonna go her way. Someone's in her way. Like, I get it, but I don't really understand how it fits in to these songs. Or, like, even the sad half of the album, like, I don't really get where it fits in. This feels like something that would be good as a bonus track. Like, I just don't understand story-wise what we're doing here. It just doesn't make sense. Especially so late in the, I don't get it. And then Purple. I like this song. It kind of feels, I mean, it's definitely a Halsey knockoff, but it's pretty. I like the percussion in the back that's kind of, like, giving Renegade and like very Aaron Dessner style production. I like that bit. What does this say? Weird lyrics, IDK. Yeah, there are definitely, I don't know, like some of the things she says, I'm just like, that sounds kind of weird to be framing as, I don't know, just some of the lyrics, I'm like, that's kind of odd. And not even in a, like, oh, I can see you were delusional way, or I can see you were unhappy, or I can see this as a sad song way, but it just, I don't know. It just feels a bit patchworky and not necessarily in a finished product way. I don't know how to describe it. I really like but I do really like the lyrics when she's like, but it's too smooth and too flat. And then obviously, not with you until it's just sad, and then it goes into the pretty sad section of the album. I thought that was a really fun transition. I love it. I'm a fever girly. I love a good album transition, especially with lyrics, and so yeah, that was cool. Okay, next half of the album, The Cure. That's one of her best songs ever. It's just it's such a fantastic song. I love everything about it, and also a little praise just in general for the rollout of this whole album. I feel like it was honestly a masterclass in releasing something today, because the way she did the live version and like collab with Robert Smith, and she put out those live versions of the Cure songs months ago, and like she had the t-shirts as her last tour, and then Drop Dead, You Know All the Words to Just Like Heaven, and then she released The Cure, and then the album comes out, and then there's also like an actual collab on the album. Like, just as far as theming goes, I thought it was a really fun rollout and appreciation, and it also just like tied everything together really nice. And like, Olivia has always been someone who like really appreciates and admires other artists. Like, we know everything with Taylor and everything, but like I feel like this was just such a really good example of how that gets fueled into creativity, and how it's not, I don't know, she always got so much pish-poshery for that back during everything with Taylor and like Paramore and whatnot, but like, which wasn't even, I don't know, I think it's cool to see her do such intensive theming, but also honoring to something that obviously she really loves, and music she really loves, and make it part, but then also put such incredible twists on for both the good and just like You Know All the Words to Just Like Heaven and Drop Dead, but then also a song as devastating as The Cure. Like, it's just being able to use your influences in such a dramatic and storytelling way on for both sides of the coin of the album, I thought was really, really impressive. Begged, kind of one of the prettiest songs ever. It's gorgeous, it's so sad. I love the harmonies. This song also kind of has the purple Barbie glow, which is why I wish that the song Honeybee, I wish it didn't have those like kind of slightly subtly, not even subtle, those sad lyrics in them, because I feel like it would be so impactful to have two songs that kind of mirror each other sound-wise, but then say such different things lyrically. And I feel like she's so close to doing that with Honeybee and Begged. But then she just has these few lines in Honeybee that rip that concept out from under it, and I don't know, they both kind of have that purple-pink Barbie glow to me, and it's really, really pretty. And I also love the line that's hope, I cling to hope like snow on the mountains. It's gorgeous. And the way she sings that whole part is just very, very pretty. Next, What's Wrong With Me. This song, kind of a perfect faded sound, like my faded playlist that I have. It's kind of just like the perfect sound for that. And I really love the way her voice sounds. And she's like, try meditation with a bottle of wine. Like, it's so pretty. And this song kind of, again, Nicole, low-key, Olivia review, you might want to tune into this one. Just saying. But this song kind of reminds me of when we talk about like circle songs and songs that like really spin you, like especially the Alcott. This song kind of does the same thing to me, not in a super intense way, but definitely enough to feel it, and I really like that. And I feel like especially in that wine run, and then the went to the doctor, like that part, I definitely feel like the Alcott spinning. And then the backing vocals, Robert's backing vocals at the end, especially when it's like, just make me cry, like his voice in contrast with hers, in contrast with the sound of the song, it's just so, it's such a perfect faded sound, and it's so, it's just so lost, but like, I don't know, there's an acceptance in it. Like, obviously the whole song they're asking a question, but since, I don't know, it just feels like acceptance at the same time. Like the way it sounds, it's just like, yeah. And then I have my window open, and so all the sounds just sound like really dramatic to me right now. I don't know why. And then less, literally all I wrote is it sounds like a sour remnant, and yeah, I mean, it's a really pretty song. There isn't anything that I dislike about it. I think the lyrics are very specific, and emotive, and I think her being able to capture such specific images with really sad piano and just like so much feeling in her voice is what makes her such a great songwriter and performer to begin with. But it's just a very basic, like, classic Olivia. It's just like kind of a classic Olivia song. I don't know. Like, it doesn't do anything for me like too crazy, but it's very pretty, you know? Expectations, this song, it's got a weird sound. Like, it's fun, but it's weird. It's definitely Delulu, and honestly, again, kind of like My Way, I don't really understand where it fits in on the album, or why it's there as a penultimate track in between Less and Cigarettes. Like, I don't know, I'm not really understanding why it's there. Like, I understand that it's like a delusional moving on anthem, and then Cigarette Smoke comes on and like she's not moving on, the smoke is lingering. I get that, but at the same time it just feels really out of place, and just doesn't, since it's so close to the end, it's so out of place. And even though it's like delusional, there's like no, I don't know, sometimes when you have such a delusional song like that, it's like you have, or a delusional part of any story, it's like that's there and you understand that they're kind of going crazy, and then you have a follow-up, or you have some time where it's like clear that they're like going through it and they're not processing and being honest with themselves. But I don't really feel like you get that entirely from Cigarette Smoke. It's a beautiful song, but I don't really feel like it gives you that same, like, it doesn't really feel like Expectations ties into it. And I think it would be really good as like a bonus track, kind of like Obsessed on Guts, even though that would have low-key worked on the full album, I think, just because thematically she's always thinking about the exes, so I don't know. And then for Cigarette Smoke, all I wrote is the inconclusive intentionality. So yeah, which is basically what I already talked about in relation to Cigarette Smoke and Expectations. So yeah, that's it, and I'm just under 20 minutes. Yay. But yeah, it was a really good album. It was very pretty. Definitely heavy on the "you seem pretty sad" for a girl so in love, but it was very pretty and I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to continue to listen. I will be curious to see if we get any bonus tracks ever, and if any of them are happy. If not, Olivia Rodrigo, I wish you happiness, because this was not happy. And Breezy, while we're here, I just wanted to say again, I'm so proud of you for passing your MA exam. I'm excited to see your album review on Friday, and if you don't get your $5. So just remember that. And I'll see you on Friday. And maybe I'll see Benson Boone on Friday too. Or not.